Nigga, fuck you and everything you stand for, bitch. Fuck you, nigga. Put your hands on me, bitch. Nigga, I'm from the street, fuck ass nigga. Nigga, I ain't touch you, bitch. Fuck you, nigga. Yeah, doing, man, doing. Yeah, doing, man, doing. Young Pimp C is really going down in the South. You know what I'm talking about? Some of these niggas, I don't never see these niggas in the street, man. You know what I'm saying? We be out in the open, man, because we ain't hiding, because we ain't fucked over nobody and stole nobody money, man. We ain't told on nobody to avoid them little 2 years they trying to give a nigga down there until he's, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, man, guess what, man? And I just left the penitentiary, and man, the nigga with the little time with the nigga that was the punk down there, nigga. The nigga doing 25 and anything over 1 digit was staying up guys. The nigga with 2 years and 3 years was down there fucking them boys in the head, nigga. You know you is, nigga. Know what I'm talking about, old punk ass nigga. And while I'm talking about it, there's a whole bunch of you hoe ass rap niggas that's in the closet, nigga. Yeah, you in the closet, nigga. Know what I'm talking about? You a homosexual. Know what I'm talking about? I ain't got nothing against you, but nigga, don't be trying to poison the pussy population, nigga, with your old sick dick. Know
with your old sick dick.
Know what I'm talking about? Get your motherfucking ass up out the way, nigga. All you niggas wearing them old fake ass diamonds, get your bitch ass out the way, nigga. We watching you, bitch. Look here, nigga. A 300 ain't no Bentley, nigga. And an apartment ain't no highs, nigga. And a Geneva watch ain't no Rolex. Get your mind on your money. Know what I'm talking about? Young Pimp, fuck with it.
They started to say, well, I have heard people say that you mad because of the new generation is on a whole new movement. What do you have to say about that?
Who are the new rappers?
I guess like a T.I. and a Jeezy and all the one-hit wonders I hear.
Yeah, there's a lot.
They would say because
you think T.I. is a one-hit wonder?
No. We talking about like the
new
artists. But now look what you just said. Now you didn't mean that, but you said that behind that. Now if they would have printed that in a magazine, somebody would have said you called T.I. one-hit wonder. You see how it works?
Yeah.
Now you see how your words can get mixed up. Now you see how somebody can write something and then people take it the wrong way. Now do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's back up. Now, the new rappers, who are they?
Well, since you were away and came out, there's T.I., there's Jeezy, there's, Flip, and who else? Tell me names for their rappers.
I mean, the list goes
on. The list goes on.
Young Jock, Dro.
The list goes on, but they're saying that, you know, since you were a part of the old game, that you don't respect the newer rappers on the scene.
I could have swore I was on T.I.'s album explaining what the King of the South was, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I was there. I just did a song with Young Jeezy called the Dickie song that didn't come out. And every time he called me to do something, I did it for free and never charged him no money. I could have sworn that after Crime Mob took my freestyle off the Little Chicks mixtape and put it on their album, I didn't even sue him or do nothing to him. I could have sworn that every time I get in an interview, I'm taking up for these dudes when it's some New York dudes or some L.A. dudes trying to diss them. I mean, show me one place where I talk down on Young Jock. Show me one place where I talk down on these dudes in a way to say that they not supposed to be in this game, they not supposed to be getting money. My thing is this. I want us to continue getting money for the next 15 years instead of falling off and letting it go back to the west or to the east because we're not putting no social commentary into the records. And the truth be told is, look, hey, man, if you started being a gangbanger after your first or your second album, you a buster. And these kids out here listening to us and looking up to us because a lot of them don't have no father figure in their house. And every record you get on, you lying about some dope, talking about some squares. Man, guess what, man? Get off the boo-boo. Get off of it, man. Because if you're going to talk about some squares and talk about the drug game, you need to talk about the bad side of the drug game, too. What about when you get busted and you go to jail? What about when your mama and your wife and your kids is crying because they at home and you in prison in a cell? What about that part of the dope game? Everybody talking about how many cars and how many jewels they gonna buy and how many squares coming off. You know what I'm talking about? But ain't nobody talking about the other side of it. So if you're gonna talk about that, you gotta talk about both sides. And I'm gonna say it again. If you a cartoon character on your first album, you need to be a cartoon character on your last. Because the way we start is the way we gonna finish.
Can't do nothing but respect that, homeboy.
You go back to that ozone article and you read every statement I made in there, and if you find a place in there where I lied about somebody after you research it, y'all give me a call back and I clarify what I meant.
There it is.
There it is, pimp.
Now guess what? Now let me say this, and I want it to be clear. I'm not apologizing for what I said. I'm clarifying what I meant by what I said.
Correct.
Okay.
We all know Atlanta, the South. We got to start acting like it's the South. And we got to start having some pride like it's the South. And let me say this, y'all might not like this, because a lot of people don't like stuff. But ATL is considered to be the gay capital of the world right now. Y'all got clubs over there with boys standing in the parking lot kissing on the mouth. And you know, if you're gay and you're out of the closet, that's cool because everybody got their preference. But man, it's time to start cleaning up our own neighborhood because the dude from Texas shouldn't have to get on in no magazine to make you clean up your neighborhood. So if I really wanted to diss Atlanta, it was a bunch of things I could have said about a bunch of people, and I could have really, really dissed and hurt some feelings. Now, don't you know that?
Yes, sir.
Because I know who the gay rappers is. I know who let them models stick them dildos in them. And I know who did what, where, when, and why.
Wow.
So
Do you feel like expressing that right now?
Yeah,
Go ahead, no.
Say this again.
If you feel like saying it, go ahead.
Say this again. I'm proud of all the rappers in the South. I'm proud of everybody selling records in Atlanta. But everybody ain't my friend, and I don't like all y'all records. Now, if you want to diss me and get on with me, go on and do it. But the difference between me and them other dudes is this. You gonna diss me, and I'm gonna come see you, Jack. You gonna diss them other dudes, and they gonna play lip wrestling with you. So if you want it, man, come on with it. If you want it with me, come on with it. Leave Bun out of it, and we gonna see in the end, because you gonna smell my cologne, Issimiyaki, on some Barn number 9, because I do not play.
That's the same clone I wear.
Yeah, Tabernacle, sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Hey, Pimp.
Yes, sir.
Do you mind expressing any of those rappers you was talking about?
Them sugar sausages.
Oh, man.
I want to know.
Them gay rappers you know about?
Nah, man, it's no need to embarrass nobody that ain't done nothing to us.
Yeah.
Respect.
But if you gay, man, and you ashamed of it, you need to stop doing stuff you're ashamed of. Anything done in the dark gonna come to the light. I ain't gotta expose them, because they exposing themselves every day and every night.
They sure are.
But see, you work at a radio station, and it's your job to ask me that question, and me being a real person is my job to know how to answer it, ain't
You
it?
already
What's
know.
up?
All right, pimp.
Okay, so if you gay and you rap and you ain't and you stand in the closet, then you need to come on out of the closet and let us know who you is. Because if you ain't proud of what you do, then don't do it. And if anything you're ashamed of, you shouldn't be doing it. You know who's getting caught in the Range Rover with the boy. You know what's going on in Atlanta, just like I know. You know who got caught in the Range Rover with the boy. Okay?
Nah, I don't really.
Oh, yeah,
Nice,
you know.
crazy.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
if I know you know, because you in Atlanta.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
So let me say this. All the real street people in Atlanta and all the hardcore UGK fans, I hope I have clarified what I meant by that statement.
All right, that's all.
Anybody else that don't like me or still want to hate on me, come on with it.
I think
'Cause
all in
bet you don't want it with me.
I think in all, your fans in Atlanta just still want to know that you love them. That's all.
Hey, man, guess what? I used to live in Atlanta. If I wasn't on parole, I would still live in Atlanta, and I still would have made them statements. And I'm coming back to Atlanta as soon as somebody booked me a ticket to come there and do a show.
We tried to get you to come last night.
I had a blowout in the rain and had to change the tire.
Be 100 with me. That's the only way we gonna make it. And from the beginning, it's always been we. It ain't never been.
And watch this, Bun. I'm gonna say this too. These niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes, pulling no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. And if that shit is gay, and you need to get on some other shit. Me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never pulling no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting it paper. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, Bun, because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, they flip-floppy, they pitching and they catching with these boys, and they doing all this. And if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and acting like a straight up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. Cause you know, it gonna come to the light. And yeah, I wanna put that out there, man. This man ain't never seen me naked. I ain't never seen him naked. We don't desire to do no shit like that. We ain't going out like that. And we were wild young teenagers. And when
we before that X, you know, that X,
Yeah.
a lot of that shit fucking with a lot of these boys' heads. I don't know. Maybe they're using X as an excuse to open them doors that they really want to open. You know what I'm saying?
Where's Wheelock?
But, you know.
Wheelock.
In a superior industry position, these white entrepreneurs installed a new leadership over hip-hop, and they began to promote a nefarious niggerization of rap music. It says KRS-One and Public Enemy, with the message that KRS-One and Public Enemy, they said we were reaching the masses of young black people. And then NWA niggas with attitudes would be paid off and put in a position where they would neutralize Public Enemy and brothers like KRS-One. And then came the gangster rap, thugging, balling, now pimping. Now the metrosexual is about to take over hip-hop. And your children, your nephew, your niece, and all the little ones, the shorties now, Tay-Tay, Riri, Man, and Twan and them, in the hood, gonna be wearing fucking skirts, watch. Man purses and this kind of shit. Seriously.
So Rap-A-Lot's Jay Prince was heard through the African grapevine that he had inked a deal with the brother Pimp C. And if you can remember, Pimp C went live before he died. And he started blasting people, calling people homosexuals and this kind of thing. And he was calling people out. Shortly after that, they found him dead in a hotel. Overdose.
All right, y'all. Now, in this part of the video, I'm going to explain what DJ Paul told on the DJ Vlad interview about how Pimp C died and how basically he was one of the last people to see Pimp C. Now, when I first did this video originally on my first channel, I let that interview play. But DJ Vlad, he copyrights everything. So it's no reason for me to let that play, knowing that now, and then just give him money for no reason when, you know what I'm saying, these guys know what's going on anyway. So y'all can go and watch that interview if you want, but I'm going to tell you the exact words that came out of DJ Paul's mouth. So if y'all want, all you got to do is type in DJ Paul and Pimp C on YouTube and you can watch it yourself. But I'm going to tell you straight up what he said, right? So basically, him and Pimp C was hanging out at DJ Paul's house somewhere in LA, right? Or just wherever they was around the Los Angeles, Hollywood area. Pimp C was staying in Hollywood. That interview was about 4 to 6 minutes long, so I'm gonna just give you a short breakdown of it and basically let you know that this was a ritual. So Pimp C was in Hollywood, right? He had a hotel in Hollywood. Y'all know Pimp C's from Texas. He didn't stay in Hollywood. He was just there, working on music, working on records, whatever, producing records, all right? So in the interview, DJ Paul tells it that he had his driver take Pimp C to his hotel in Hollywood because he kind of made it seem like Hollywood was a little far from where he stayed. So he had his driver take him to his hotel. I think he said in the interview it was like Friday night type shit when they were together, right? DJ Paul and Pimp C. So he then gets a phone call from someone about a day and a half later, I'm guessing around Sunday that weekend or Sunday night. And they say they have some news to tell him about Pimp C. But he couldn't tell him over the phone. They had to tell him in person, blah, 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 right? So the last person to drop Pimp C off is DJ Paul's driver, friend, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know the specifics of the person that actually dropped him off. So now we get into the ritual part of Pimp C's death because they have done this before. And I'm going to tell y'all the situation that this was in before, basically with Mac Miller. They basically died the exact same way. They did the ritual the exact same way from Mac Miller and Pimp C. Pimp C was found in the hotel in praying position with a bunch of blood around the bed, candles and so forth, right? Said he was using the candles because he had sleep apnea, right? They said the candles had been burned all the way down, so that's how they figured that he was already dead for like a day or so, right? Also remember, he was in praying position. This is how they mock God. This is how they mock our God, the real God, the God that we believe in, the Most High. This is how they mock God, because they did the same thing with Mac Miller. They had Mac Miller in praying position when he was found in Studio City, in LA. If I'm Studio something in LA, but it was the same way. It's the same type of ritual, right? But this is what they do, because they like to mock our God. They know our God is real. God is real. Please don't. Please. They know. They believe in him. They know he is real. But their God is just Lucifer. That's who they worship. They know our God is real. So for y'all out there who thinking that these people are just straight up atheists and they don't even believe that God exists, no. Why do you think they mock him? Why do you think they're putting these people in praying positions in the ritual? It's mockery. They're not mocking the true God for no reason, because they don't believe and know that he exists. He exists. He's real. Their God is just Lucifer. So I want y'all to know that. I want y'all to understand that. They know that he exists. This is why they mock him the way that they do. So for y'all people out there still straddling the line on whether you want to believe in God, look, I would rather be the person I am, fully believing in God, and end my life the way I'm going to end it, than be on the fence like some of y'all are, thinking that, oh, just because you can't see him in the sky and he not answering your everyday wants, that he don't exist. You got it all wrong. So that is how they set up Pimp C to die. And I'm gonna show y'all the little clip of Orlando Brown saying that it was set up as well, that he didn't truly die that way, that they basically planted the scene that way and it was a ritual.
On anybody who was using drugs as heavily as he was, because he was pretty prolific at a certain point, right?
Well, I honestly didn't see that side. He never did lean around me. Listen, Chad only did a cup of red wine like twice.
Really?
Yeah, so that whole situation with him, with them planting and like all that stuff was planted, bro. Like that's not even his stilo. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's levels to this.
He raps about lean a lot though.
Yeah, he raps about lean, but it's it's levels to this. I'm not gonna have it on me.
Do you think that they planted it? Who, the cops or his management team?
Well, hey man, I can't go into, out of respect for the family and out of respect for my sister Shanara and all of that, man, I'm just gonna keep all that quiet. But other than that, I do know that it didn't go down like that didn't go down like that.
Interesting.
That didn't go down like that, bro.
So how much?
They did a ritual sacrifice on Pimp C. He was found in praying position with a bunch of blood around the bed. We don't even know the other details truly of, everything else that was in the room, because they were saying they thought he was shot in the head because there was so much blood around the bed and shit and around his head. So we don't know what they did with his body and why all of that blood was there. Could have been there to induce and invite spirits. Could have been there because that is where they did the ritual at. Y'all know when blood is present and it's, you got it square, you got it in a circle, you got it around a pentagram, you can invite spirits into that room. You can do rituals in that room. Blood is everything. Our soul, your soul lives in your blood. So you can only imagine the power that blood holds, the power that blood has. I know the blood is in the soul. I mean, the soul is in the blood, y'all. That's why they use it to invite spirits. You have to have it. Y'all remember that video with Abramovich, Marina Abramovich, however you say her name. It's in the video. Go down my channel. It's in the video. That's what they do to invite the spirits. Okay? So it's the same thing with Mac Miller. Mac Miller was found in praying position. Y'all remember that Capital Steve's video I did on my first channel? I think he had a Bible in his hand when he jumped off the building. Supposedly, that's another mockery of God, and so on and so on. There's plenty other examples of it, right? So I'm not gonna make this part too long, because y'all can go and check that interview out if y'all want to hear it come straight out of the horse's mouth. But I literally told you exactly what he said. So rather we want to believe like, oh, DJ Paul set him up and all this stuff like that. I don't think it was like DJ Paul just setting him up, but it definitely was a ritual sacrifice. And he is one of the ones that really know what happened, because he was probably second, third to last person that saw Pimp C alive before he died. If it even went exactly like he said, as far as them, you know, chilling at his house Friday night, then Pimp C going up to the hotel, and that's the last time he ever saw or heard of Pimp C. Because he said he was trying to call him all day Saturday to return a tape that was left in the car, because he was working on some new music with an artist called 17. So that's exactly out of the horse's mouth. And y'all already know what Pimp C was known for as far as exposing the whole Zesty agenda behind the industry. And so it's clear as day. It's clear as day, man. If y'all don't want to believe in this type of stuff, that's completely up to you. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? And like I had to tell some other people, I would completely rather be the person that I am than being out here just naive and not even really knowing what's going on. Because back then, when all that Pimp C stuff was going on, exposing the industry, and the years before that in the 90s, Pac, Biggie, and all that stuff, that's when this stuff was really like, you know, like wow, because it wasn't so, you know, we couldn't access everything like we do today because of the internet. So when we found that knowledge and we was looking into that stuff, like I'm speaking as in the people who were starting to look into all this Illuminati stuff with the old shit, the Pac shit, the Pimp C shit. It was really interesting back then because you had to really dig and find that stuff, you know? So I definitely thought I had to bring this video back right now, you know what I'm saying, with everything, how the channel has been going up lately, especially with those Zesty agenda videos. I figured this was the perfect time to bring this Pimp C video back around. And yeah, man, and just kind of, you know, refresh it a little bit, show my face real quick, man. Y'all already know what's going on, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that video. Hope y'all having a good weekend. It's Memorial Day, so, you know, whatever y'all got going on, if y'all celebrate, cookout, whatever, you know, I hope y'all have a good day, man. Let's see what I got coming up this week. What's today? Monday. I'll have another video up by like Wednesday. You know, I got a lot of stuff coming up. So yeah, just expect new content. Y'all already know what's going on, man. It's Black Balloon, and I'ma see y'all soon.